So Rajkumar, shall we begin? The people might be joined one by one. Tell me.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we begin?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you. So this days we extended because the program was over yesterday itself. But due to the request from the resource person as well as the participants, hope you may benefited. So the last couple of set examination. All the best for all your examination. Once again, we are sharing a sincere thanks to all of you as well as all the best to your future upcoming examinations too. Right now, I request the Muthukrishnan sir to go for your deliberations on the topic of higher education. And Rajkumar is able to visit, that's the reason I'm doing these sessions. So now, Muthukrishnan sir, please.
Present this wonderful topic about the higher education. Yesterday, just we have talked, we have discussed many things about the higher education, and today just we the value education and the environmental education. The value education and the environmental education is also other subtitle of this unit number 10, higher education. So the candidates must be aware about that value education. You already know about what is value education, and thing is just we have a wonderful quotation about the value education according to C.V. Good. C.V. Good, you already know that you might be studied in B.Ed as well as M.Ed also, that he said about the value education.
Sir, can you share your slide?
Sir, due to some network issues, I am unable to share. A small 5 or 6 slides only remaining, sir.
Okay.
Due to some network issues, I am unable to share today.
Okay, fine.
Okay, then Rajkumar sir will share some questions also, sir. There I have prepared around 40 questions. Rajkumar sir will share that questions. We will discuss in the question forum.
I think that for this Gangadharan may helping us. Gangadharan, are you here, right?
Yeah.
We share this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Gangadharan, you have the presentations, right? Yeah, please.
Yeah. Then C.V. Good has given a wonderful definition about that value education. According to C.V. Good, C.V. Good is a fantastic educationist as well as a psychologist. What he said about the value education? Value education is the aggregate of all the process by the means of which a person develops the abilities, attitudes, and other forms of the behavior of the positive values in the society in which he lives. So this is one of the finest quotation given by C.V. Good. And after that, our father of our Indian nation, Mahatma Gandhi, Mohan Karamchand Gandhi, he also said about the value education. So what he said about the value education according to Mahatma Gandhi, so if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If a character is lost, everything is lost. So we have to work like that only. That according to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he said about the education, value education, that we have to accept our.
Sorry, Muthukrishnan, once again. Gangadharan, kindly stop sharing. Sorry, is discussing on the PPT only. In the time of question discussion, you can share the screen. Now, please kindly stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sorry, Muthukrishnan, you can go with this.
Okay, no problem, sir. No problem. So that we have to accept our father of nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi quotation. If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If a character is lost, everything is lost. Just we have to accept our father of nation quota. And after that, according to NCERT also has given something about that value education. So accordingly, the National Conference on Minimum Curriculum Standards for the Primary Stage, organized by NCERT, National Council, in July 1970, it also emphasized the importance of inculcating in the students moral and spiritual values, which form a part of our culture. So what are the cultures? Just this means honesty. Just nowadays we are unable to find out. We are unable to get the honesty, kindness, charity, tolerance, courtesy, sympathy, compassion. Just these are all the things we have to accept it. These cultures. The national policy on education also has laid considerable emphasis on the value education by the highlighting the need to make the education a forceful tool for the cultivation of the social and moral values. So after that, Dr. Kothari, the former University Grants Commission chairman, Dr. Kothari, also tried to emphasize the value, the democracy, socialism, equality of the all regions, and he also attached the great importance to achieving the skills through the science and technology. So he has given something about the value education and national value or constitutional value. That national value is also otherwise called constitutional value. So each country has its own independent constitution in which specific values are included. They are called the national values or the constitutional values also. So that the national value or constitutional value are included in the Indian constitution. Then as per our Indian constitution, our values also can be classified into three. The first one, social value. What is meant by social value? What is meant by professional value? What is meant by religious value? So before that, we have to discuss about the social value. What is meant by social value? Each country preserves some values according to its culture and these. Chilan, and the Dr. Chilan also has fixed, especially pity, self-control, universal brotherhood, honesty, respect, and faith. So these are all the things according to Dr. Chilan. And this is coming under the social value. And the second one value is also very, very important as per our constitutional values. So what is meant by the professional value? Many professionals are in existence and each profession has got its own independent values. Example, the following are the values of the teaching profession: knowledge, trust, sincerity in profession, and regularity and faith also. That we must think about our own professional values also. And the third value is also important, religious values. What is meant by religious values? Each religion has got its own independent status, the principles and the rules. Example, the following values are included in the Buddha religion: wisdom, character, and pity. Some values are common in all religions, whereas some values are attached to a particular religion only and are the specialized of the particular religion also. So as per our constitution, just there are three values are important. First one is the social value, the second one is the professional value, and the third one is the religious value. Just we have to analyze each and everything about this all three values. First one social, second one professional, and the third one religious values. This is about that value education. After value education, we have to think about that environmental education. So you might be studied many things about the environmental education. So environmental, just we have to protect that. Coming June 5th also, we are going to celebrate National Environmental Day also. Just we have to, as a citizen of India, citizen of the universe also, we have many responsibilities to protect our environment also. So just we have to follow certain characteristics of the environmental education. So what are the characteristics of environmental education? Which means that many characteristics also there, that environmental education is one of the most effective tools for the increase in the general level of public environmental awareness, developing the skills for the solving the environmental problems. Just as a citizen of India, just we have lot of responsibility to solve the environmental problems and maintaining and improving the quality of life. And the aim of environmental education has been modified to emphasize environmental education for sustainable development, which has broader implications not only for environmental education but also the development, poverty, population. And it is also expected that environmental education will promote sustainable societies throughout the world through EEST and EDEST 2005 to 2014 also. The environmental education also can help the students skills and knowledge to deal with the current environment, and environmental learning can increase the students' critical ecological awareness for both local as well as the global environments. So this is also one of the finest characteristics of the environmental education, which one is I'm going to tell once again. So the environmental education can help the students skills and knowledge to deal with the current environment, and the environmental learning also can increase the students' critical ecological awareness of both local as well as the global environments, as well as the universal environment also. Then environmental education is also often develops the environmental related school community partnerships and youth programs outside formal. Just if you want to apply this environmental education to all nook and corner of the our village, means just as a educationist, as a the great human being, just we have to adapt the neighborhood villages as well as neighborhood poor background places also. Then only we can implement this environmental education to all the people. Just as a educationist, we have to help each and every one to protect our own environment also. And after that, that we have to discuss about the objectives of the environmental education. Just we have a lot of objectives to develop our environment. And what are the objectives of environmental education? Then the first objective, awareness. So we have to acquire. So it helps to acquire the awareness and sensitivity to the total environment and its allied problems. Just we have to analyze each and everything about our own environment as well as the allied problems also. This is as an educationist, just we have to create the awareness. This is one of the finest objectives of the environmental education. And the second objective is knowledge, to gain a variety of experiences in and acquire a basic understanding of the environment and its associated problems. Just we have to get the proper knowledge about the environmental education, about our own environment also. And the third object is also important, just attitude. We have to change our attitude. We have to develop our own attitude to acquire a set of values and feelings of concern for the environment and motivation for the actively participating in environmental improvement and protection. Just we have to change our attitude. We have to develop our attitude as per the instruction of the expert. So the skills also fourth objective. So what about the skills of environmental education? Just we have to acquire the skills for identifying as well as solving the environmental problems. Just without the skills, we can't identify, as well as without the proper skills, we can't solve all the environmental problems. It's just we have to develop this object is also that the skill is another object is of the environmental education. And fifth is also very, very important, participation. So just participation, active participation is an important, not the passive participation. Active participation helps to encourage the citizens to be actively involved in all the levels in working towards the resolution of environmental problems. As per UNESCO in 1978, that the participation is also important. The participation is an important as well as a very good objectives of a environmental education. Now, after participation, just we have to think about the evaluation ability. This is the last objective of environmental education. So what we have to do in the evaluation ability means to evaluate the environmental measures and the education programs in terms of the social, economical, as well as the ecology. With the help of the environmental measures and the education programs in the terms of the social, economical, ecological, as well as aesthetic factors. So these are all the objectives of the environmental education. Once again, I would like to repeat it once again. So awareness is the first objective, knowledge is the second objective, attitude is also third objective, skills is also fourth objective, participation fifth one, evaluation ability also sixth objective. So these six objectives are very, very important to develop our own environment as in the environmental education. So EEST, just we have to study. We already studied something about the EEST. What is meant by EEST? Environmental education for the sustainable development. Just environmental education has been placed at the center of efforts to achieve the sustainable development for the last several decades. So international agreements also is there. Agenda 21, for example, have called reorientation of all education towards sustainability. So India adopted a new paradigm of thinking and the experience of the development, both the Stockholm conference. Just we have to think about, we have to note it in our mind also. The Stockholm conference also was held in the year 1972. It's also called sustainable development. Following which became a part of, when there are 187 countries agreeing on carrying out the important commitment towards the sustainable development by signing the Rio Declaration during the 1992 at UN, United Nations Conference on Environmental and Development. Environment and Development. Just we, in this area, just we have to commitment towards a sustainable development by signing the Rio Declaration during 1990. Just we have to think about that the Rio Declaration. There are 187 countries agreeing, and the government of India also sensitivity and commitment to sustainable and inclusive growth is reflected in the major policies of various ministries, and also specific initiatives and programs adopted through the 5-year plans. Just where they are, the government has to take necessary actions to protect our own environment. Especially, they are doing many things in the 5-year plans also. And after that, that we have to think about, this is about that environmental education, that the last area, policies, governance and administration. Sir. Just we have to think about the Constitution of India. So you already know many constitution of any sovereign country in the world. So our own constitution is the longest written constitution of any sovereign country in the world. The nation is governed on the basis of this constitution. B.R. Ambedkar is regarded as the chief architect of the Indian constitution. That we can expect one more questions from this area. So who was acted as the chief architect of our Indian constitution means, just we have to mention our the father of constitution, B.R. Ambedkar. Originally, the constitution adopted on, just we have to think about the year. So the constitution adopted on November 26, 1949, contained a preamble and 395 articles. Just it contained, it was adopted in the year 1949 on November 26th. Okay, and that it has a preamble as well as the 395 articles in 22 parts and 8 schedules. So how many schedules? 8 schedules. How many parts? 22 parts. How many? 395 articles. How many preamble? When it was adopted? November 26, 1949. This is all the important questions that we expect, one or two questions from this area. And currently the number of articles also has since increased to 448. Once it was 395, now it is 448 due to 104 amendments. So if they are asking rightly how many amendments we have in our constitution means 104 constitution, 104 amendments. And constitution now has 25 parts. Once it was 22 parts, now it is 25 parts and 12 schedules. So once it was 8 schedules, now there are 12 schedules. So just we have to classify, we have to analyze the constitution. So when it was adopted, there are 395 articles. Now 448 articles. Once it was 22 parts, now 25 parts. Once it was 8 schedules, now there are 12 schedules. So this is the difference between the first one and now. So this